This month, Play Magazine interviewed Irabayashi, the producer of RE4 Remake. Hey guys, this is Luna, and once again, I'm here to cover everything that's been written in Play for you for RE4 because it's one of my favorite games, and I'm really excited for the remake. The article opens up again about the game original release, saying there's nothing outdated about it. Some people would beg to differ, some other people would agree. Either ways, Hirabayashi worked on RE2 Remake as well, so he's not new to this. And he says he's aware getting the balance of the game right is not an easy task. He says one of the best things about the original was how you could play the game based on your strategy. So that's something that they wanted to maintain. Like straight and ganado to the leg and then proceeding to kick them. Like the old one, Leon can do a number of things and avoid enemies. But the problem is when you make a horror game with action and melees, a lot of times it dampens the horror aspect. Because obviously Leon is a secret agent and he's way more expert now. The producer says the goal for the game was to keep the tension and the feel of the original and update it. So not much has changed from what he's saying. The controls are similar to RE2 and RE3 Remake, but the level design was all inspired by RE4. The knife has been expanded. We all know there's a parry system and the stealth mechanic that we can creep around the areas. The knife now has a durability. The resource management is going to be a big thing in this game. Irabayashi says it's good to give people a good scare, but it's also nice to have that moment of relief with the usual safe rooms of Resident Evil that we know. Leon's witty and cynical lines are still in the game. His personality is all there. The article mentions the Minotaur-like enemy, which was actually originally in the game, the original release, but unfortunately it got caught. This time he's trying to give a fresh feel to the game, but with enemies that we're familiar with. Hirabayashi said their aim is to betray our expectations the best way possible, like it happened with 2002 Remake. We didn't know what we were getting into, if it was gonna be any closer, and the fact that he's comparing this remake to the 2002 Remake, it's big because that's one of the fandom all-time favorite game, and everybody says it's an almost perfect reimagination of the original game. There's a real edge on the enemies in this one, which sets them apart from zombies. There's a small percentage of humanity in them, and that's why I always felt creepy. They won't attack you for the sake of attacking you. The ganados will actually wait to get in numbers, so they know they have the upper end. We're moving to Ashley now. The escort missions gameplay is a mode that hasn't really aged yet, so this is a good time to do the remake. Focus of the producers and all the people that worked on the game was the dialogue and action, how they gradually get to know each other. They actually made Ashley a more working standalone character this time around. While Ashley is terrified of her situation, she can still handle herself enough, not to the point where she's annoying. She won't want to be left alone without Leon for too long, obviously, so she'll always try to stay close to the player. Leon and Ashley wardrobe was actually a change that undergo many designs. Apparently, maybe because almost every character in Resident Evil gets a tank top and some trousers. This time around, they actually kept close to the original design of RE, just with a fresh spin on it. So everyone's played the demo now. I don't need to describe to you what it feels like when you first enter the village. So Hirabayashi did say that the first few minutes of the game was the focus, the main thing they wanted to get right. Because of the atmosphere the first game gave, they dug deeper and wanted to explore the atmosphere the original gave us. While the article doesn't really say much about what's coming up or any big news, I wanted to cover it anyway because actually speaking with the producer of RE4. If you want to get it, this is the magazine. It's called Play. Once again, you can find it in most shops here, Morrisons, Sainsbury's. Like I said, I'm not sure if there's an American version. There might be, but I know there's a digital version you can look at. Yes, the rest of the article was mostly about the description of the characters. I'm guessing this is to introduce people who have never played RE4, which isn't likely. Everyone's played RE4, but it's mostly about introducing you to the game, to the characters. There's 2 pages worth dedicated to the original game. If I can find them. If you haven't played it, this is your chance to go through every chapter of the game. They do refer ganados as zombies a few times, which I didn't like. Anyway, this was it. This is the full article. I tried to summarize whatever I could. I will see you guys in the next video sometime this week. We're going to be opening the collector's edition, which is going to be my first ever collector's edition as well. So it's going to be huge for me. Hope to see you there. Bye for now.